Hey folks, it's me, your old pal, Officer Hank Schlitz, coming to you live over the internet tubes to teach you about movies as the Flick Cop. I'm wearing this hat. This hat means I'm on duty as the Flick Cop, letting you know what's what in movies, what you should check out, what you shouldn't check out. Alright, so, without further ado, let's get to today's film. Today's movie we're talking about... Oh, sorry. Oh, get back in there, you booger. Oh. My Danish was, I thought it had moved all the way into my intestinal tract and was in the poop forming stage, but now it's still in the digestion tract. It's still coming up and building up in my esophagus every now and then, so I'm sorry. You getting the truth from me, and sometimes that involves a lot of stink and a lot of green mucus, but it's, that's life. Life is disgusting, and you better learn it quick, all right? We've all gotten used to living in our ivory towers and our pampered lives, and we forget how hard it is out there and how hard surviving really can be. And I gotta tell you, this movie we're talking about, which is, by the way, called War for the Planet of the Apes, it's directed by Matt Reeves and stars Andy Serkis and Woody Harrelson, and it's basically describing a very certain future where apes are going to destroy us and usurp the world from our rule. And I'm frankly terrified, and I don't know what to do about it. I saw the original Planet of the Apes that starred Charlton Heston when I was a little tiny schlitzy, and I thought it was a fun sci-fi flick. Oh, what a fantastical idea! Monkeys taking over the planet, like that would ever happen. But these prequels, these like Dawn and Rise, and now War for the Planet of the Apes, they're really outlining it where it's like basically to me. The writing's on the wall, and sometimes science fiction can predict, the way that the future's going to go. In Star Trek, they're using things that look like iPhones. Next thing you know, we're using iPhones. But in this is basically, I can see that, sorry. Another belch. I'm a burpy baby today. Someone needs to pat my back and get all this gaseousness out of me, but I don't have anyone to coddle old Schlitzy, all right? I don't have anyone to burp this baby, all right? I could use a little TLC. 10 to 11 care, that's what that means. Anyway, so this is, I thought it was fanciful. I was looking through it with rose-colored eyes. I didn't realize that this is accurately describing our future and that we're all gonna die through the bayonet of a fucking chimpanzee, and it's terrifying. I see the future, and I see my death is not going to be quiet and inside a hospice surrounded by all my admirers like I had always hoped. No, it's going to be, I'm going to be stabbed. I'm going to be tasting my own intestines because a gorilla's playing with them and shoving it in my mouth. And it's just awful. He's paying me back for all the harsh awfulness of the human race, and I'm not directly responsible. I've never hated a monkey. I've always been suspicious of them. Yes, I've always known that they were going to eventually usurp us. A little story about myself. Over here in North Lake, we have a zoo, and I go there sometimes. I've gone there all my life, and I saw a gorilla there, and I would make eye contact with him, and I would look into his eyes, and I would see the malicious intent. I would see that he was planning and plotting, and that if he had a single moment, he would be fucking dancing in my guts and playing with my eyeballs and making a puppet out of my skull. It'd be horrible. These things, and this movie really shows that this is gonna. We're gonna be taken over. You better get ready. You better start killing apes right now because there's no hope. There's no hope for anybody. So who's starring in this movie? It's Andy Serkis and Woody Harrelson. It's directed by Matt Reeves. I might already said that, but whatever. Fuck it. I'm not gonna edit this. Fuck you for telling me I should. It's not bad. It's a little long. It takes a while to get where it's going, but there's a couple twists and turns there, and I really do like Andy Serkis's portrayal of Caesar. He's an interesting character. He kind of reminds me of one of the things I like about this movie is that it has this sort of epic biblical-esque tone to it. Like there's a sense that both sides realize that this is a do or die moment for the species, and they gotta really do it to it for this battle because there's not going to be another chance. And so all of these actions are imbued with heroism, and Caesar's a very heroic guy. There's parts where they show people watching him in awe, and it sells it pretty well. A lot of times in a movie when other characters are watching another character in awe, it's just kind of sappy and dumb. But in this, it's like he really is an inspiring monkey, and I get it. I get why they're gonna win. That's the thing. I see the writing on the wall because I'm a fan of history, and I realize that over the course of ages, like back in ancient China and whatnot, these emperors they would they'd get the power by being armies. They'd get the power by being armies and being strong, and they would, kill all the fucks and whatnot, but then they set up the palace, and they set up the walls, and they get used to living in the court, and they get all soft, and they're too busy eating figs to know how to kill people, and the next thing you know, some crazy Mongolian fucker's gonna come in, and he's been spending his whole life riding horses and shooting arrows, and he's gonna shoot one right through your fucking throat and take your throne, and that's how it is. These monkeys, they just want it more. They just want to live more than us. They know that we've gotten soft. We've been living in this pampered cage for too long. And these monkeys, they've been living in the trees and fucking killing each other and eating their own babies. And it's fucking bedlam out there. And they just know that life is harsh. And they're not afraid to do the dirty and awful things that it takes to survive, okay? So you better watch out, because these monkeys, they're gonna eat your children, all right? They're gonna fucking make jelly out of their eyeballs. Oh, the horrors. I can't sleep. After I've seen this movie, I've just been waking up screaming in the night, thinking of the horrors that all these chimpanzees are going to wrought upon my poor, fragile body. Oh, I'm so weak, and I'm so feeble, I'm so unable to do anything about it. These monkeys in this movie, you shoot them, and they shoot them, and they just keep coming. They're like zombies. It's terrifying. You ever seen someone attacked by a chimpanzee? It ain't pretty. They fucking go for the face and the fingers first, all right? And I love this pretty mug of mine. I don't want them eating my face. Anyway, so how's this movie? It's not bad. It's a little long. But I'd say check it out, because this is how we're all going to die, so you better figure it out. If you don't watch this, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. I would say that the fact that they're selling this as fiction is unconscionable. They need to, tell people what's going on and say this is a scientific depiction of a true event that will definitely happen, and you definitely need to prepare for, because if you don't, your children will weep because they will be gang raped by a bunch of evil monkeys on horses, okay? That's just how it goes, all right? That's the tale of life. We've gotten used to knowing here in America that it's something else. We forget that you have to fight for it, all right? And I just know that if I have to fight for it, I'm going to die immediately, all right? Andy Serkis is pretty good. Woody Harrelson is pretty good. I guess that's it. Check it out then. Bye-bye, Flick Cop. Bye.